Have you always been struggling with sandpaper that slips out of your hands? Have you always been buying new sandpaper just because durability isn't good enough? We got a solution. GLAVES. Have you always been struggling with sandpaper that slips out of your hands? Have you always been buying new sandpaper just because durability isn't good enough? We got a solution. GLAVES. Have you always been struggling with sandpaper that slips out of your hands? Have you always been buying new sandpaper just because durability isn't good enough? We got a solution. GLAVES.
GLAVES is the future of smoothing objects in no time. Now available with a double layer for longer durance. Everywhere for $16.99.
So how did you operate with regular sandpaper?
Normally I always struggled with the normal, general, regular sandpaper. It just irritated me. It always slipped out of my hand. It just didn't fit my hand and it never worked the way I would like it would work. So that was my experience with the normal, regular sandpaper. But then I saw this advert on television. It must be great, you know, it was television. So it was it's called GLAVES. It was just like something, it fitted on your hand, a glove, but just attached with sandpaper. It just fitted the way I had dreams about sandpaper, how it should have been. And it never been this way. I even didn't dream this. This was better than my dreams, you know? It always fitted me, and now I can sandpaper every weekend, just like for a hobby or normal too, but for work. But it just always works the way I want to and never slips my hand.
So would you recommend this product?
Definitely.
I bought the GLAVES because, you know, I used to work with these sandpaper things, and every day I need to work with these, and I was like, damn, my hands are so sore and I don't know how to work with it. So a friend of mine recommended it. He said, buy the GLAVES, they're only $7. So I was like, $7? Damn, you know?
It's so cheap for the thing you get, you know? It's amazing.
So I bought the GLAVES and I showed them to my mom, and she was like, well, let's buy a whole box of it. A dozen of GLAVES.
And how did it affect your life?
It affected my life in a positive way. It causes me that I don't have to buy sandpapers.
You don't pay that much, like $6.99. What is $6.99, people? People, what is $6.99?
And it's affecting our financial status. So
Do you only use it for sandpapering itself, or do you use it for other things like cooking food?
well, when I slaughter a chicken, I need to brush off the feathers of the skin. So these things, you know, I don't use them anymore. I only use the GLAVES because they're so quick, they're so smooth, and they affected my life.
Everywhere for $16.99.